Stand up, stand out, stand strong. A 30-day guide to navigate life when the shift hits the fan. Chapter 19, Day 19. There is what we want to hear and what we need to hear. I always tell my clients, I won't tell you what you want to hear, but I promise to tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes what we want to hear is what we need to hear, but more often than not, what we want to hear is nowhere near what we need to hear. There are two ways to do it. Either with judgment, criticism, and blame, or with fierce love, compassion, and grace. I choose the latter. It is not always easy to tell others what they need to hear, but my clients come to me because they want to see their blind spots and heal what is hidden so they can change what is no longer working in their life. They respect my level of raw vulnerability and tell it like it is approach. They are grateful for my radical honesty. I will tell them what others won't, because I want them to heal their unhealthy patterns and be better versions of themselves. We can't see the picture when we are in the frame, and so we need others to tell us what we need to hear. Recently, I was supporting one of my clients through a challenging situation with her father. He has remarried, and his new wife is extremely controlling and manipulative. When my client's father's health started to decline, she felt compelled to stick up for her father by talking to his wife, but the message I received from my client was quite the opposite. I kept hearing the words, "His relationship is none of your business." We discussed how his relationship was his choice, and at this point, she wasn't meant to interfere. She had to take a step back and let go of her own fears in order to find a way to support him without imposing on him her judgments and opinions about his relationship. She needed to focus on being radically honest with herself before she could be present for her father in a loving, supporting way. There's a big difference between brutal honesty and radical honesty. Brutal honesty is insensitive and often delivered with the intention to hurt, shame, or blame someone. Radical honesty, on the other hand, is delivered with love, compassion, and tenderness. It holds the intention of supporting the other person to increase their awareness around what they need to change to help them take an honest look at themselves and to make a conscious choice to shift their behavior and mindset so that they can become the best version of themselves. We tell them what they need to hear because we love them enough to be honest. Even if what they need to hear won't necessarily feel good, we know it is purposeful for them to heal and make a conscious choice to change. Unfortunately, we are taught if we don't have anything nice to say, then we shouldn't say anything at all. We are taught to bite our tongue and not rock the boat. It is true, sometimes we are meant to remain silent and mind our own business. There are also times when we are meant to stand up and speak our truth, but we are afraid to do so. We are afraid we might hurt someone's feelings. Others might disagree with us. We might be judged by others, or we might be attacked and ridiculed. There are so many more reasons to stay silent these days, but what the world needs is for everyone to stand up and speak their truth. Now, I can pretty much guarantee when you speak your truth that you're going to be judged. So you can just accept that fate right here and now. Social media has become a battleground of judgment. It seems to be a damned if you do, damned if you don't arena. The virtual distance gives people courage to publicly criticize, judge, and be downright mean. We have come to a point when it doesn't matter what we say, people will judge us. Even when we remain silent, people will judge us. It doesn't matter whose side you're on and what opinion you hold. I promise you, there will be someone who will pass judgment. That is the result of our fear-based programming. The good news is that when you say what you're meant to say, it will have an impact on those who are meant to hear it. Let the judgers judge. They are not your intended audience. If they are going to judge anyway, you might as well give them something worthy of your judgment. Now that we have all that clarified, and we know what to expect from the judgers, let's talk about the impact we can have on those who are meant to hear our message. Have you ever looked in the mirror and discovered you had spinach stuck in your front teeth? Why did no one tell you? They felt uncomfortable and didn't want to embarrass you, so they just let you go through your day for hours with a green leaf in your teeth. How is that supportive, loving, or helpful? As uncomfortable as it might be, I do my best to let people know when they have food in their teeth, their bra is showing, they tuck their skirt in their pantyhose, or they have toilet paper stuck to their shoe. I would want someone to tell me, so I assume most others would want to know. There are times when we see someone behaving in a certain way, and we may notice how their behavior impacts those around them. Most times they are not aware of how they are being perceived by others. We may feel compelled to tell them, and we can do so with the intention of creating awareness so that they can make a conscious choice to change. Remember to come from a place of fierce love, compassion, and grace. Now I need to be clear. It's not about being nice. It may not sound nice, but it is necessary. I often say to my clients, this may feel sharp or thorny because I'm radically honest with them. They may or may not accept what I have to say, and that is okay. They may be triggered or get upset at first, and that is okay. As long as I come from an intention of loving guidance, I know I'm playing my part. What they do with it will be up to them. More and more people are speaking up and sharing messages that the world needs to hear. It is and will continue to be uncomfortable for many, but in order for everyone to heal, we need to be willing to take a good, honest look at everything, including how our own behaviors impact others. As I explained in day 2, we are more connected than we are separate. The sum of the parts contributes to the healing of the whole. Each human being, in their own unique way, is contributing to the healing of the whole of humanity. We each need to be willing to play our part. Some of us are being called to say things that are controversial, uncomfortable to hear, and may uncover and stir up the past, but that is what is necessary in order to impact change on a global scale. Some of us will play an essential role in calling people on their stuff and shaking things up so others can wake up. We each need to take a good, honest look at how we are contributing to the behaviors that lead to our demise and how we are contributing to the healing that we all need as a species. There is a powerful call to heal ourselves and our planet. We are each being faced with a courageous choice to do what we know we are meant to do. Many of us will need to forgive, and everyone will need to make a conscious choice for love. The time is now. No more delay. Say what you are meant to say, because there are people in the world who need to hear what you have to say, in your way, with your voice. There are people who will only hear you. There may be some who don't want to hear it, but they still need to hear it in order for all of us to create the quantum shift on our planet from fear into love. All I ask is that you play your part, however big or small it is. Your part is essential.